We are in Trellis Bay on a little teeny island in the middle of it called the Last Resort. Actually, it's called Bellame Cay, named after the famous pirate that once lived here. I am in the presence today of a man that took the ruins of this old fortress and turned it into a very successful cabaret through the 70s, 80s, 90s that Tony Snell was here. And we're lucky to get a chance to be here this morning and meet Tony. So, hey, Tony, how are you?
Hello, good morning, Michael.
Good to see you. God, it really is. And your variety of music is a cabaret style, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a borderline, what, vaudeville, cabaret?
Yeah, I did a one-man show around Africa and around America and elsewhere in London. And it just sort of derivated from that.
And the first time they got drunk, on a reef we nearly sunk. The moorings had to come and tow us away. The next time they're stowed, I'll go it alone. I'll put them in the dink to find their own way home.
Every time you touch me, siren start. And if you stop a good enough, it's where you're breaking my heart. So proceed with caution, walk a good distance. Your lips are so close, I've no resistance. If love was made in heaven, pour on the speed. Proceed with caution, but lover, please proceed.
Over the years, you incorporated a lot of animals into your show, and you had the singing dogs, and you had the vanilla, the beer drinking donkey.
Chocolate and vanilla, two. Each donkey was with us about 11 years each, I think.
I remember in your show that there was a part in the routine, right in the middle of it, that those dogs would come up this path, go right up to the front of your stage, and you would call them in, and they would sit right up and file, and then you would, with that song, prompt them to sing. You said,
yes, they loved singing. They really loved the act. I used to call them up. They knew we were about due to come up, and they'd just rush up to the stage. And then at least two of them would sing, sometimes three, or one little one would be dancing out front at the same time. It's really quite amusing.
First time that I met you, I would come walking in, and I sat down at the bar and I looked around to see if there was anybody around. I was doing the anybody here, and I noticed that over on that wall over there was one of those frames that looks like you'd have a mount for a deer.
That's right.
And there was a donkey head sticking out of that mount, and I talked to you for probably 15 minutes, and that mount started to hee-haw. And
yes,
and you told me to go give her a Heineken beer and put it in her mouth, and then she would shut up. Now, who was this, and how did this all go?
Oh, she'd have a glass of wine or a pina colada, and if anything was spilled, it was always a person trying to feed her, because she was a beautiful. She just put her lips on her, just suck it. She's really a connoisseur. That wine's a little bit sour. We had young Ronald Reagan Jr. made a film of us over here, and it's been on television twice in America, I know. Yeah, including him feeding the donkey a couple of beers and that sort of thing. So, you know, Black Sam Bellamy started the whole thing, as you say, and he was a very successful pirate, and he had a boat called the Widder, And he went around and captured all sorts of other boats before they left here. And then he went up to Cape Cod. There was an enormous amount of loot on his boat, and he was sunk in a storm off Wellfleet in Cape Cod.
And he would pop out of, this was like the Pirate Cove, the hideout
Absolutely,
here.
yes.
And he would pop out around a corner and nail anybody that was coming down to Sir Francis Drake, and then they could turn right around and pop back in here and hide on out.
That's right, and then they do the same thing down in Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland Bight was a great place for the boats to come out and grab the traders as they were going by, because they would signal that there was one coming down. Let's meet my sweets at the last resort. Let's make it 8 for 8:30 one night. We sit there in the gloom, that large and smoke-free room, watch the entertainers slowly getting tight. Here's your ice.
Last resort. Believing, stuffing with the crowd. The noise and electronic toys. And while the music's not too good, at least it's loud. It's going alright for last resort. All the hicks can mix with the illies. The Rosenbaum Estate, the entertainment's not too great enough to make your night complete to the last resort. Right up your street.
Anyone up the last resort? Right up your street, I lost my voice. The last resort. Right up your street. I never get that song right anyway. So.
To the Virgin Isles, oh boy, see the breeze says come back to the Virgin Isles, please everyone.
Out on the bay, it's a holiday. Boat yard boys are back in town.